Namaskar and good evening to all Foxians and viewers. Welcome to Gyan Pravah series, episode 55, which is Conceptual Art of our dear President Sunita Tandulwadkar Madam. Madam is an exceptional leader, making everyone engaged in all the projects. She is running so many programs, Eagle, endoscopy training for residents, Sampurna, complete nutritional care from preconceptional period to lactational period. She is working in eliminating cancer cervix, which is target of our government of India, WHO, UNICEF, with the name Do Tike Jindagi Ke. This program is for community persons, schools, paramedical staff. Currently, Madam is President of Fogsi, a body of 46,000 gynecologists, and President-elect ISHA 2024 and 26. She is founder President of Society for Women Rejuvenation in 2023, and she has had many bodies in various capacities. She has authored more than 18 books and has more than 85 publications and invited faculty, I think more than 500 national and international conferences. Madam is head of the department and chief of IVF and Endoscopy Center, Ruby Hall Clinic, Pune, and founder and medical director of Solo Clinic IVF, where she treats patients personally and with spirituality.
Thank you, Kavita. Thank you.
She is co-founder and medical director, ELIVE, Stem Cell Research and Application Center. I think this stem cell therapy proved a milestone in IVF treatment all across the world. Madam has received many awards like IVF Icon of the Year.
Today is the day for you and Dr. Sanjay.
Okay. Thank you, Madam. Another legend person is Member of Parliament, Dr. Sanjay Jaiswal, who is a very good friend of mine. Sanjay Jaiswal, the distinguished fourth-term Member of Parliament, representing West Champaran, Bihar in Lok Sabha. A prominent leader of Bharatiya Janata Party, Dr. Jaiswal has made remarkable contribution to public service, healthcare, and legislative reforms throughout his career. He has served the state president of BJP Bihar between 2019 and 23 and is currently the chief whip for BJP in 18 Lok Sabha, showcasing his leadership and commitment to national development. Dr. Sanjay Jaiswal has done MBBS from Patna Medical College and MD in General Medicine from Darbhanga Medical College. He has played a pivotal role in multiple parliamentary committees, including his current tenure as the chairman of Estimate Committee, where he ensures accountability and transparency in government expenditure. He has also chaired the Committee on Water Resources, addressing critical issues like sustainable water management and policies to benefit rural and agriculture communities. Additionally, he was a member of governing bodies of prestigious institutions like AIIMS, JIPMER, Pondicherry, contributing to healthcare policy and institutional growth. As the chairperson of Indo-UK Healthcare Alliance, Dr. Jaiswal has strengthened healthcare ties between India and United Kingdom. Under his leadership, the alliance focuses on education and training for healthcare professionals, research collaboration, patient safety, innovative care models, and promoting medical tourism. His efforts in fostering international partnership have enhanced India's global standing in healthcare innovation and sustainability. Dr. Jaiswal is also the chairman of Climate Parliament India Network, where he advocates for clean energy initiatives and policy framework to combat climate change. Dr. Sanjay has represented India as global platform from COP21 to COP29, championing climate action and sustainability. As co-chair of UNDF's advisory group on energy governance, he has shaped global energy policy discussion, and he has also served as a director Wealth in Inter-Parliamentary Union, addressing global health and environmental changes, highlighting India's leadership in sustainable development. So today the topic is empowering women and elevating India. Since Sanjay represents Parliament, so I think he will, though we are being empowered, like our Madam Sunita Tandulwadkar Madam has given so many projects that we all are thinking to be empowered, but still many are lagging behind, and I think Sanjay will answer all these things correctly. So empowering women contributes directly to the economic growth by enabling them to enter workplace, engage in entrepreneurship, and support household income. Research shows that when women have economic independence, it leads to poverty alleviation and a reduction in income inequality. While more women have entered political position in recent years through the use of special quota, but still they hold a mere 23.7% of the parliamentary seats. So I think this is also lesser number as compared to men. So
Hi, Kavita ji. I understand your enthusiasm.
yeah.
But let me say first, thank you to Dr. Sanjay ji. Thank you so much, sir. I always believe that doctors into the politics plays very, very important role, because while graduating and post-graduating and while practicing in early part, they have understand our problems, what we face. While at Foxy level, sir, we are trying to help the government in taking our sustainable development goal 2030, the maternal mortality below 70. I don't think government has directed us, but we feel that maternal mortality, when it comes and when it is the pressure on Narendra Modi ji, that United Nations sustainable goal we all have to follow, I think it's a moral responsibility as an obstetrician, as a president of the federation, that we come forward and work, and we have come out with a very good concept of Sampurna, that is a preconceptional care. We believe that to decrease the mortality, whatever best we can do with the government and non-government organization, anemia in pregnancy, blood pressure in pregnancy, infections in pregnancy, excessive bleeding at delivery, we are working very hard. But now we want to work towards decreasing the mortality with some different innovative approach. And that is, every woman should know that pregnancy cannot be accident. It should be pre-planned. She should be physically and mentally fit to carry the pregnancy. And we definitely want the government to help us with this new initiative, which is Swasth Janma Abhiyan, the Sampurna project of ours. And maybe I'll take a special appointment with you who may help us to reach out to the central government. Nevertheless, all committee chairpersons, this 45 minutes podcast with the academic or non-academic but influential and maybe a philosopher, spiritual guru, or the politician, or the doctors who have become entered into the politics, it gives us so much knowledge about the parallel field apart from obstetric and gynecology. And I'm thankful to Kavita ji for having Dr. Jaiswal with us and bringing a different ball game altogether for our Gyan Pravah series.
Thank you so much, madam. Thank you so
Thank-
much. So
Foxy has done always exceptional work. I've been in Foxy so many times. My wife is a practicing
madam,
doctor.
Sanjay's wife is also Foxy member. She is a gynecologist, Dr. Manju Jaiswal. She
Yes,
is
Not
in
only
a
that,
very big hospital in
Kavita
Bettiah.
ji, can I listen to Dr. Jaiswal, please?
Yeah. Okay, Sanjay.
and she is my breadwinner.
Yes.
So, really, it's a pleasure to be with you all. I've been in Foxy. I'm not there as a participant,
But you are hearing.
as a accompanying person with my wife, because it has been a deal between us that wherever I go, for 4 days, I will be with her on Foxy. So those 4 days are pretty good for me, just relaxing in a hotel and doing
I
nothing.
did not know, sir. Otherwise, in AICOG, I would have pulled you in our AICOG, which goes for 5 days.
No,
Nevertheless,
don't take my pleasure. That's the only time when I'm free. My mom is still practicing doctor, and I've seen the work you all have done. It's exceptional. I've been meeting so many past presidents also, especially when there was a Surrogacy Act and this IVF Act was coming at that time. I was one of the members of those committees. And so I saw that you all are also called in the parliament for taking your point of view. So, and this is a very good effort by you all. I'm thankful to you, because our Prime Minister always believes that unless and until women are empowered, India is not going to gain success. The kind of target he is having, Viksit Bharat, it's possible only if we get full support by women also. It's not only men. At present, like women are contributing roughly 18% of the GDP. So there's enormous scope for making India a rich nation, the more participants of women in business, more participation in STEM, more participation in politics. We already have given 33% reservations to women in parliament and in assemblies, and by 2029 you will be having 33% reservations. So the numbers are going to be a lot, because Bihar is an example. We were the first to give 50% reservation in municipal corporation elections. Now in Bihar, at presently, out of 19, 18 mayors are women. And so there's only one male member as a mayor in whole Bihar. So empowering them makes huge changes. Now they don't need reservation. They are having it. And empowering women means empowering whole family. So
absolutely, sir. My Sampurna project is also the woman should decide whether she's physically and mentally fit to carry the pregnancy. So that also is a sort of a woman empowerment. And I definitely feel, sir, maternal mortality, if we want to decrease, neonatal mortality, we want to bring to 1 digit. It is very important that we work with government for our women, and make India one of the country where planning of the pregnancy is done universally. And I think Narendra Modi ji has done digitalization. We were, when he said that every lady will have a bank account, we were wondering how this is possible. And he showed the way to work for it. So definitely every lady, even into the rural population, will think the methods of using contraception, methods to check that her hemoglobin, her all parameters are normal, and she is in a condition to carry a pregnancy, which will also help her in a future generation. She is nutritionally very well, mentally very well. The future generation will be very intelligent. The adolescent diseases, probably the first 1,000 days of a maternal nutrition matters. So we may think of having 3 decades down a very healthy and intelligent India here with the young population. So definitely, we are here to work as an organization, and it's a proud moment that you are on a Fogsi platform with you, sir, and we are able to have a dialogue with you. Thank you so much, sir.
thank you.
I'm in fact in a Dublin, sir, having the world meeting for anemia in pregnancy, how we can work, and I think many innovative ways we are thinking and working together. So let's see. Thank you,
India
sir.
is one of the worst country for anemia in pregnancy, because
We are discussing that only. What are the various ways we can put up and help the government to implement the policy decisions?
if you all can guide us that how to improve, we have done
Yes,
so
sir.
many things like the Poshan 2 Abhiyan. We are doing a lot to improve anemia and malnutrition in women. Unless and until you have a healthy mother, you can't have a healthy child. But
Yes.
because of our food habits, it's not only poverty, it's also the food habits, because we are seeing in upper middle class, also in rich people, there is anemia. So sensitizing every woman for anemia, you are doing a great work. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, sir. And thank you, Kavita ji. You will be able to help for both of us to connect, sit, and work something out of that. Thank you so much. And I wish you all the best for a wonderful podcast.
Thank you,
The
madam.
dialogues between you, Dr. Sanjay ji, I will be hearing from another link, and only you both will be in the frame now. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much, madam, for your blessings. Thank you. एक राष्ट्र एक मिशन स्वस्थ नारी समृद्ध वतन हर घर फॉक्सियन. This is slogan given by madam. Know your number. So okay, we will try. Sanjay, so you have to look after these things, and we will try to do best for our country. Thank you, madam. So Sanjay, so just this is I think you are facing these things every day, but just I want to know what is difference between women's empowerment and equality. So, what can be
Women,
different?
women empowerment means that the woman should have the right to decide on her own and on cultural issues, on social issues, on economic issues, on political issues, unless empowered woman means the one who can decide on her own what decisions to be taken. While equality means like giving equal opportunities to both the genders, but not necessarily that empowers women. You can give them opportunities, equal opportunities, but unless and until you sensitize them regarding the social, economical, and political changes, you are not going to empower the women. So I think
Yes.
women empowerment is the thing for developed India.
Yes, yeah. So I think when women is empowered, the entire family is empowered, just you told now. So what legal frameworks exist that may enable or inhibit gender equality and women's empowerment? So what legal frameworks are there that will enable them for equality and empowerment? So can you suggest any legal framework which we have?
It is there in Constitution, like Constitution section, Article 14, 15, 16. They all are about gender equality, equality of caste, beyond caste, creed, or gender. But there are other so many laws which has been made, especially like women's work in empowering them on in offices. They have to. There is a Prohibition and Protection Act for women on offices. There is the act regarding Anti-Dowry Act is there. Then there is the act regarding protection of women from domestic violence. There is an act regarding 243A and 242 where it gives all the facilities to women. So Constitution and our legal framework has got enough support for women. The problem is implementation of law.
Yes.
So
Yeah, this is most important. So I think
yes,
most of the women are unaware of all these things, all legal frameworks. Even educated women are not aware of all this. Even I don't know what you are saying about the legal frameworks, what are the IPC and everything. So I think implementation is very important. So this should
yes,
be,
especially when we see even in educated families, when you see the survey reports that domestic violence still exists even
yes,
in the upper class families, in the middle class families, or on those women who are working class women who are sufficiently empowered, they are independent, and still we see violence in office spaces or in workplace or even in domestic, in their own household. So we need to sensitize women about their rights.
I think women who are doing work outside, they have to manage in the house also. So I think they are doing double task, and still they are sometimes I think victims of violence. So this should not happen. Domestic violence is, I think, more common as compared to violence outside the home. So this should be actually, when we enforce law, most of them refuse because they think they should be confined in home. They should maintain their family, especially when they have children. They think they remain silent. I think most of them remain silent because we all see these cases in our surroundings. Even many women, like patient, they come, उनके साथ ऐसा हुआ, लेकिन still they want to be silent. Okay, everything will get better. So implementation should be there, and they should know about the laws and what they can, where they can go, and what should they go, where should they do. So you're right that it should be at the basic level. Every woman should know, and for that I think education is necessary, because when an educated woman sees, they can know, but uneducated woman cannot know, and they will not think to go outside the house. So what institutional societal changes need to be made for women to be empowered? I think in the upper class families, most of them are empowered. Even lower class, like in our state, with Jivika and all these things, many women are working. And I think this economical independence is very right thing to be empowered. So many are getting to be empowered, but still there is vast majority of women who are still lacking. So what changes you think in society or in the institution should be done to make all women empowered so that our country will be elevated, our country will shine more? So what do you think? What changes should be done?
First is naturally education. This is the must thing which it should be there for everyone. Then skill development is also a very important issue. Since last 10 years, we are trying our best to skilling the whole population. And Mr. Modi has this time has given special incentives to people who will be skilling on the top 500 companies of India. So that's very important. Then there is the economic independence of women is also must. As I was telling that only 18% GDP is being contributed by women. So there's a trillions in GDP lying behind if we pull this women workforce into our development, into our business. And for that, we have to give support not only on education, but we have to see that these women go in corporates. Institutionally, we should support them. There should be, like there's a law in India that in board of directors, there should be a woman. So these things are changing slowly. Then political representation also, I think with this 33% of women reservation in parliament and in legislative assemblies, it's going to change the whole scenario. So these institutional reforms on education, on economic development, and on political development, these three will make the women and the nation which we want.
Yeah. So I think economical independence by, I think vocational training also, because many men are not educated, but they can go like any sewing, painting, these things can be done. Like in our Madhubani district, many men are doing.
They all are women. I have gone there.
Yeah.
All the Madhubani artists, more 90% are women, and they are earning good fortune. Even I'm seeing in self-help groups, the poor, they are poor, but now we have started a new project, Lakhpati Didi, where the Prime Minister has targeted that we will make 3 crore women who are earning more than 1 lakh rupees per annum. So these things have started, but the results will come slowly. The changes has happened. We have seen the changes. When we were as a child, there was a lot of inhibition. Like my mom was the first matric pass. That time it was a matric. So she was the first matric pass from a village. And from there, now when I go to meet my daughter in medical college, I see the majority are girls. So that has changed, and it's evolving, and with these girls taking, but still I think the one field where women lack and there should be more work is STEM. Somehow in science, technology, engineering, mathematics, at the top level, the women representations is less, and I think more has to be done.
Yes, yeah, you're right. So at the top level, still women are lagging behind. So they should come to be at the top level also. So what are the challenges of Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao Abhiyan, and what is moral behind? So nowadays, I think even our state government as well as central government, both are doing these things. So what is the moral behind it, and what are the challenges you think?
I think this whole has started because Mr. Narendra Modi ji was there as our organizational secretary in Haryana. And Haryana, being a quite rich state, was having worst gender ratio.
Yes.
And, so it all started, and now with so much of encouragement, like even if I talk about my state, Bihar is giving roughly 54,000 rupees to girls who will be passing up to 12th class. We are helping them in coaching also for BPSC or UPSC. I still remember in 2007-8, whenever I will go to school to meet girls, I will say, what you want to do? So the girls will say, I want to go to class 9th. Because at that time, Bihar government has started a scheme that any girl in class 9 will get a bicycle. That has changed completely the scenario of Bihar. So with these things, changes are going to happen, and Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao is not just a slogan. It is the heart of Constitution of India. It is in the heart of Lok Sabha. And that has driven all these which you are seeing as a self-help group or making a law that in any corporate there should be one director woman. These things have happened.
Yeah. So I think this should go on and more. Actually, I think earlier, like in Haryana, with the misuse of ultrasound, gender inequality was there. But nowadays, I think with these programs, there is no serious concern about beta, like we have to carry the son. Most of them are now happy with Beti also. So these programs brought by government will naturally prevent this gender imbalance. So this is very important, because for this to sustain our next generation, this gender equality should be there, because if there is imbalance, there will be other crimes, other problems.
And you have to sensitize women also. Kavita, I'm very frank about it. You have to sensitize women also.
Yes.
In most of the cases, I see that it's the mother-in-law who is more worried about how much son his daughter-in-law is having rather than the father-in-law. I'm seeing regularly in the society. So
you're right. Even sometimes mother also. Not only, I mean, woman who is having 2 girls, she is having 2 daughters, but still she wants pregnancy. Why? I want a son. So this should be sensitized, because both are equal, and the government is doing so many things for Beti, for daughters. So this should be addressed. So I think in our Munger district, there is place Dharara. So where they actually, when there is any daughter is born, this sees blessings, and they plant about 100 trees in name of her. So like this program is very good. So they plant 100 trees. They think at the age of 18 years, these trees will grow, and this will be a good amount of money also, and it will help to that girl. So in Dhara, I think once Nitish ji was there, and he has awarded those people. So Dhara is our district, and they usually celebrate daughter's birth. So this should be done all over the country. Then only this Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao Abhiyan will improve.
Our Prime Minister has started Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam.
Okay.
Please plant one tree on the name of your mother. That has started, and I remember 3 years or 4 years back. He also started a campaign, Selfie with Daughter, which became very popular. These are very small things, but by sensitizing them, even I haven't heard about Dharara. So these things need to be focused more by our social media, by our journalists, so that everyone is aware of these good initiatives taken by different villages.
So I think, how can gender-based violence be addressed to women? Still there is violence. Just now you told there is domestic violence. So how it can be addressed to women? How they will react, and what should they do? Because this happens.
There are enough laws. I don't think that we lack the laws. It's the implementation part is there. And also we have to make women more sensitive about their own decisions. Somehow, because of taboos, because of a patriarchal society for so thousands of years, still we have done a lot. We have this like one-stop centers where we help women who face violence. But there are not many women coming there, not many women. We have, every state has got a helpline. We have to sensitize at the lowest level by NGOs, by these self-help groups, that nobody is allowed to do violence, even if it is a gender-based, it is a domestic violence, it's a violence in institution or in a school. Once everyone will be sensitized, and the parents should also ask their son that where they have gone, why they are coming late, unless and until we change this mindset that boy and girls are equal. If you are allowing boy to be outside at 9 p.m., then you should be allow your daughter also. And if you can't allow your daughter, then don't allow your son.
Yes.
That has to become for family. Then only we can stop this gender-based violence.
Yeah, you're right. So, just now you told that there is 18% participation of women in politics. So, what are the other ways? You told there should be increased quota, but still other ways to increase participation of women in politics. But still, there are more men as compared to women. So, what are the other ways? How can we increase?
It on a single day, because when the Parliament of India started, it was only 8% women. Now it has gone up to 24%. With this 33% empowerment, I have seen in Gram Panchayats where these all Gyan Pradhans, there are roughly 65% women Gram Pradhans are now there.
Yes.
Because Bihar is way ahead than other states.
Yes, exactly.
The states are giving 33% reservation. Bihar gives 50% reservation to women
It's nice,
on
yeah.
panchayat levels, on municipal corporation levels, because the leadership has to come from the roots. You cannot expect by just making a woman a member of parliament or member of legislative assembly, you will be successful on these issues. Like our political party, BJP, there is a 33% reservation for women from block to national level. And that has brought the change that in BJP, we are seeing so many women leaders. In my district, there are 3 BJP MLAs who are women out of 7 MLAs. So you have to bring it from the root, and it has started, the process has started, and it will take over by 2035, believe my words.
Yeah, I think. So we are lucky that we are in Bihar where there is 50% reservation for women. So it's a very good thing. What are the benefits of, and how can more men be encouraged to take on leadership roles? So how can we expect more women to be leaders at the top? So what steps should be taken, and how can they come forward to be good leader or big leaders?
First of all, see, unless education is the must thing, that's a basic thing. We can give them institutional support like reservation, or the kind of corporate reservations we are giving, but we should have more women role models. Like I remember when I was young, Kiran Shah Mazumdar, she was like, the way she built Bhagwan was an example in when we were starting our medical sciences studies, like how a woman built such a big empire of insulin. So these role models have to be there, and the government should support in skilling. Then we have to have laws which take care of women in the midlife career. At present, what I am seeing that every girl and boy start their career at the same level. But somewhere in 30s, in 40s, the women are left behind because of their family responsibilities, because of their
Household jobs, yeah.
Their children, they have to live their midlife career. So there should be a proper support scheme. We have given maternity benefit for 26 weeks for first and second child. That's a very big institutional support. But we also should have more female mentors who can support the newer generation women to be at the helm. Unless and until we have more mentors, they can be male also, but
yes,
unless and until you do mentoring from the beginning, you cannot take them to the top. So we need more female role models. We need more female mentors. We need more male mentors who can support the female
Yes.
to women,
That
then
is very
only
important.
they can reach at the top.
Yeah, I think males should also support these things.
Yes, sure.
Because in many places, man cannot tolerate. Females should be at the top. So you are right that men
Nobody
should.
knows Rekha Gupta's husband, neither no one knows Smriti Irani's
Exactly.
husband.
I know. Bajpa always. I know. Everyone, Bajpa, not like Bajpa. And not every lady is lucky like Rekha Gupta. She is naturally very good, hard-working core of the Bajpa. But still, nobody knows her husband and she is there. So yeah, this is, I think, because of Modi's vision, broad vision. He could think and he could identify that Rekha Gupta perhaps it will work better for Delhi. So, what are the benefits of having female leaders in government? We know there should be female leaders. So, do you think that there will be some benefits when we have more female leaders in our parliament, in assembly, in government? What do you think?
I think the women leaders, female leaders are most sensitive towards the basic needs of upliftment, like for health, education, social protection. Wherever the women leaders are there, they are more sensitive towards these issues. Second, it's a government data that wherever the women leaders are there, there is more transparency. There is more ethics if the women leaders are there. We have seen in COVID, the countries who were having women leaders, they performed during COVID in a much better way than their male counterparts. So unless and until we put these things together, then only we can have good leaders. And I think the women by nature, they are more adaptable, they are more flexible to listen opinions of other people because they have been cultivating like that way. So that's how they are better leaders also, and women leaders can change the world.
Yeah, and I think they will think about the basic things. Perhaps the men will miss these things, but they can think of that. Like every mother is very important. Every child is very important. Though I think government is working for it, but women, if they are there, they will think for the violence against women, which is happening. In spite of all the rules, all the laws, still there is violence. So I think they will think about it and they will help in making such laws. They will be transparent so that this will go to every woman of the country. So there are benefits, and we hope more and more leaders will be in government, especially in your government. So how can we increase women's voice in policy making? So I think the same thing. So how can we increase their voice in making the policies? Different
We have
policies
already
are
done
different.
that. We have already done that by making having
So
in
how can organization?
2029 you will be seeing more than 40% women in parliament.
Okay. So how can organizations support women in executive roles? Some organizations support, though most of them don't support, but still some organizations support women in executive roles. So how you think that they support these women in executive roles?
Organizational support is there, but we need something more, like incentivizing tax where the women are at the top. There are so many states, if a woman buys land, the stamp duty is much lesser. So these things have to be done for making much better women.
Okay. How does representative in media impact young women's aspiration? So nowadays, everywhere there is social media. So everything is known to everyone. So how does representative in media impact young women's aspirations? What do you think?
A lot. When we see this woman participating in our Republic Day parade, the Army and Air Force, or we see the Avni Chaturvedi taking fighter planes, and so these things, when it's put in the media, even we were not knowing before Chandrayaan, that there were 30% women in ISRO. So putting these things in social media, putting these things on TV channels, and especially if they are done by the women, creates a new generation of people who will be by their role models. They will be taking those boundaries which were, they will break the glass ring where there was. On this National Women's Day, we were seeing that all the bodyguards were women for Honorable Prime Minister. We saw so many trains run 100% by women. We saw so many flights run 100% by women. And when these things go to the social media, the girls and the young ladies, they will naturally follow that footstep. So social media and especially the women journalists, when they promote these things, it matters a lot.
Okay, so really, media will help more and more women to be empowered and to come from the home, and they can lead the topmost things. So how does higher education impact women's confidence and self-worth? What do you think? Naturally, education is most strong weapon with which everyone can fight with everything. So how does this education impact women's confidence and self-impact? What do you think?
A lot. If naturally, if woman is if she is highly educated, she can go in any sphere of professionalism. Even if she doesn't go there, even if she is housewife, she can contribute a lot to her family. She can contribute a lot for preparing next generation. It will be by her choice that she will go in which sphere she wants, and whatever society where she will live, she will contribute to the society. Not necessarily that if she is not having a job, then there's a problem. I'm seeing so many women in, like I can say that the Rotary Club has got a female wing. I'm forgetting the name of it. And they
Innerville. Rotary's female wing is Innerville.
Innerville, yes. So yes, right. So we have got a small town. Most of them are housewives, but they are doing so much of social service. They are doing a lot for the society in my town. So, and they all are not professionals. They all are, most of them are not professionals. I don't say that all are not professionals, but still they are contributing a lot to the society. So higher education matters. They all are very well, highly educated.
Yeah.
And due to some circumstances, they are not working, but still contributing a lot to the society.
Yeah. So I think there are certain rapid fire questions. Before this, I just want to know, because Fogsi also works for the society, for women. Like Sunita Tandulwadkar madam has brought so many projects. Sampurna, Know Your Number. Know Your Number means every girl from 12 years to 80 years woman should know about her hemoglobin status, blood pressure, height, weight, everything. Sampurna project is very good, where she emphasizes about the importance of nutrition before conception, because most of our women are undernourished. They are not only deficient in hemoglobin, but they are also deficient in other things like many minerals, many nutrients. So how can Foxy help government, or how can government can help Foxy so that this should go, these services should go to every woman? It should go to root level, to the last woman of the country. So what do you think? How can we interact ourselves, Foxy as well as government India, so that these services can be provided to each and every woman of the country, including rural areas?
Foxy should meet our Honorable Health Minister J.P. Nadda on a regular basis. He is very open to everyone, and any good project, he is ready to take it. I remember when he became first time our health minister, he started mission Indradhanush. Before that, there was in Bihar, it was 38% immunization was there. He took it at the level that we have reached at 80% level. Same thing regarding Poshan. Like Gujarat was having one of the worst parameters 15 years back on malnutrition, though it was a rich state.
Yeah.
So what are the deficiency? Why Gujarat was worse than Bihar? That these things have to be tackled by Fogsi, because Fogsi is an organization which is present in each and every state. Everywhere there is a separate eating habit.
Yeah.
There is a separate society perception. Like if you go to Bengal, Bengal may not be it's not a rich state by Indian parameters, but their women are more empowered than the women of Punjab or Haryana. They are more empowered. I always, whenever I go to Bengal, there's a lot of, and that has made they have attained the population, they have attained population stabilization because of that. So Foxy should meet the policymakers. Ultimately, it's the policymakers which are going to change. How much good intention an organization is having, you can bring change to few lakh of people. But interacting with government, you can bring the change to whole India. So I think Foxy should meet the government on a regular basis as a delegation. They should, if they want to organize a meeting with member of parliaments, I will be gladly doing that, so that we can invite 40, 50 MPs and Foxy sensitize them on these issues, which Sampurna issue they have taken, so that the members of parliament become more sensitive. They will ask more questions in parliament. Naturally, government will be seeing that what are the aspects which are lacking behind. You all are there in each and every town. So you all can give a better insight to the government at what policies are lacking, and with you all, government can achieve the target which you all are planning.
Okay, so your message will be conveyed to Sunita madam, because she is very keen, because most of the 45 that tablets are given to government by government is rich in iron, folic acid, but the studies have shown that women are deficient in many minerals, many vitamins, beryllium, selenium, copper, zinc, vitamin E, D, E, K, all these things are deficient. So I think this Sampurna project is for that only, because we think a woman who is pregnant delivers a baby, the baby should be strong, so that our country will rise, shine more and more with a strong and healthy babies. So thank you, and I will convey this to madam. And there are certain questions. Just I want to know the one. Yeah, this is a one-stop center scheme which provides with services. Can you name? Nirvaya Fund was established for which purpose?
Nirvaya, we all know that what happened in 2013. I was also a member of parliament, and then we decided to bring a law. And that time, 1,000 crores corpus fund was created at that time. And One Stop Center is part of it. That whole fund was there for empowering women at public places and to make them more safer. And this One Stop Center was made so that those women who have faced violence, they can take temporary shelter, they can get legal support, they can get police support, they can get support on health issues. So these one-stop centers are there for women who face violence, and to take care of them and to provide legal aid to them so that they can get justice.
Yeah, yes. And what is the purpose of Mahila-e-Heart? Mahila-e-Heart, that has been just started, I think, a few years back. What is the purpose of this?
Mahila-e-Heart is a very great initiative, again, by Narendra Modi government. It's a combination of, you can say, what Modi ji always says, digital India, startup India. So it's a combination of it. It's a e-platform where you can put your things for selling. You can get NGOs, self-help groups. They have got a platform where they can sell the product which they make. And Mahila-e-Heart, we have seen continuous changing of it. Now there are a lot of buyers in Mahila-e-Heart, a lot of sellers also, especially the NGOs, especially the self-help group, the women entrepreneurs, the startups, entrepreneurs, women startup entrepreneurs. at least they have got a platform where they can display their products and they can have business from that platform.
Okay, so I think our time is just getting up. So just I want to request you, just request, what is your last message? That should be given to women, and that should be followed by all of us, not only Foxy members, but all of us. So what message you want to give?
Take care of your family. Be the strength of your women surrounding you, be it your mother, be it your wife, be it your daughter, be your daughter-in-law. Be strength. This will not only help you, but this will help your family, and this will help building the nation which every Indian dreams.
Okay, thank you, Sanjay, for
Thank
joining
you.
in spite of your busy schedule. So thank you so much, and happy holidays.